Hello students, today we will be learning about sexual mode of reproduction. This mode requires two parents, one male and one female organisms, which involves sexual activity. It is very important source of variation since two different DNA combine to form new DNA with changes. It occurs in both plants and animals. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Say for example, on the left side of the screen, you can see a picture of Hibiscus rosa sinensis, that is China rose. So let us discuss some of the parts flowering of this flower. Flower is the reproductive part of the plant. It has a stamen, that is male reproductive part, carpel, that is female reproductive part. The stamen consists of anther and filament, whereas carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Now, pollen grains. Pollen grains are the male gametes, whereas egg cells are the female gametes. There are two types of flower, unisexual flower and bisexual flower. Unisexual flower contains either stamen or carpel. That means the name itself suggests uni. Uni means one sex. It will be having either male or female part of the flower. Now, bisexual flower, bi means two, that means a flower which has both male and female part of the flower are known as bisexual flowers. As in case of China rose, you can see we are having both male and female reproductive parts. So China rose, that is Hibiscus rosa sinensis, is a bisexual flower. Now let us discuss fertilization and pollination. What does fertilization means? Fertilization means fusion of germ cells, zygote to form a new plant. That is, fusion of male and female gametes is known as fertilization. Here, pollen needs to be transferred from the stamen to the stigma. As we had discussed, the stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower and stigma is the female reproductive part of the flower. So, in fertilization, the pollen grains must be transferred from male reproductive part of the flower to female reproductive part of the flower. So, for example, in China rose, since we are having both male and female reproductive part in the same flower, so the pollen grains need to be transferred from stamen to stigma. This process is known as pollination. That means transfer of pollen grains from stamen to stigma. This process is known as pollination. And now pollination can be of two types. Either it will be self-pollination or cross-pollination. Self-pollination means transfer of pollen from stamen to stigma of the same plant is known as self-pollination. And cross-pollination means transfer of pollens from one flower to another flower by the help of any external agents. External agents like wind, water, rain, air, animals, human beings, birds. So these are external agents that help in transferring of the pollen grains from stamens to stigma. Transferring of the pollen grains from stamen to stigma. Now, as I had discussed, these external sources are known as pollinating agents like wind, water or animals. Now, what is pollen germination? Pollen transferred to stigma, it forms pollen tubes, and these tubes travel through style to reach the ovary, and this process is known as pollen germination. So for student, we have discussed about pollination, fertilization and types of the flowers, means I mean to say bisexual and unisexual flowers. So on the coming slides, we will be learning about the ways of fertilization, that means post fertilization effects in flowers. Thank you.